Hello, Lee here. I want to work on this model a bit more. Let's put you up in the eagle's nest. Let's see if that is all right. You can see my hot glue gun. That's fine. Okay, so what I was doing, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I was putting these outer strips on, and now I'm going to glue these things that I called outer edge onto here. I've got 16 for each section. Let's see how we get on. Hello, Carl. My kitty cat just walking past my legs. Now, one of the things that will be useful for this particular job will be to reinforce the struts. These little things just make it so that this long piece of cardboard is anchored in place. And as you can see, just by doing that, putting those there, it actually does help to make the piece stick. Yeah. I need to hold it for a little while though. So, how are you today? I'm doing okay. I had a mental episode yesterday, just a lack of clear-headedness, a lack of wanting to do anything. I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to move, just stay in my dark space under heavy blankets in quiet, which just write the day off and be done with it, you know. It's what else am I supposed to do? It's something that I have discussed with my therapists over the years, but the reality is, move that away and I can be working on where you guys can see some of what I'm doing. The reality of it is, this is a mental it's part of the way my brain handles being overwhelmed by light and noise and sudden movements. So yeah. Now, if I have a day like that, what am I supposed to tell my boss? Like, seriously, how do I tell a job that I need a regular mental health day? Because they will say, why can't you just take your day off and use that? Which is a perfectly valid question, to which the answer is, I already do that, and often that one day isn't enough. See, I push myself with my overwhelming situation. And because there is a part of me that is ashamed of it, ashamed of having this mental condition, and because of that I don't give myself a lot of grace when it comes to these things. You know, and neither do other people. They want to try to give me grace about it, but they don't understand it, and they lay blame for it somewhere where I don't want it to go. And realistically, I try to be something that I'm not. The phrase used by psychiatry is neurotypical for people that don't have the mental confusion that I experience. Now, why would they know that about the middle, don't I? Then it gives me 8, and then I've got do I need more than that? Do I actually need that many? 8 might be enough. Yeah. Eight might actually be plenty. Now, how do you, I mean, as a person with a mental health condition called autism, how do I mean, it's not just having the condition, it's being I have to cope with how other people handle me having the condition. Because if they freak out, I've suddenly got to work out a way to make it work. And I'm suddenly the therapist for the people around me. At that point, I am no longer getting the help I need. I am having to deal with how other people review my condition. I've literally had someone say, I don't understand why you feel this way, because where my house is not as you describe it. And the reality is that person doesn't see, hasn't experienced what I have, because they're neurotypical. Oh, I knocked you. You'll be fine. Come on back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, these models, they start to get a bit how do I mean? They get big. That'll do. They get big, and then suddenly I'm dealing with lots and lots of a lot of things taking up space. What I'd like to do today, I think, is get one of these finished so that the outer section is on it, and I can show you where we're heading. So let's do that today. Let's make sure that we have that set up. Now I'm down in the basement working on this. At some point our furnace may switch on. Forgive me if it does. I intended to well, I intended to switch it off, but I forgot, because one of the things I have after a mental health episode is I am forgetful. So, outer strut. Alright, so this is the outer edge. And I'll glue these on, and then you'll see, you'll have some idea of what my intention is with this section. This is the skeleton, I guess. When we get the skeleton right, and then putting the skin on top. I guess the next section, next sequence is less skin and more muscle, because it's the section where I have a few of these here. It's the section where you put the plain pieces on the top of the model, and then the skin is all the little details that take it from a random model of something and make it into the piece that we want it to be. Now I'm thinking what I want to do with this section. So I've got the other one here. Let's just use that. It's blocking the light a little bit. I apologise. Put that on. Now, all right, this particular piece is been cut too thin, but I'm not going to change it because that's the kind of thing that will add an interest factor to the final piece. Just let that sit there for a moment, and once they're glued, once those two are done, I'm drinking cranberry juice there, cranberry juice and water and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Did I not have enough? Did I not make enough outer edge pieces? Apparently I didn't. Yeah. I didn't make enough outer edge pieces. I'm a little surprised at that. I'll have to see what I have got. Outer edge, outer edge. I want the outer edge pieces to be long. However, some of the, I was going to have 16 of these struts that you see here, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need them, because we already have a curve. So I'm actually going to use some of these outer strut pieces, and if I glue them on I wanted a piece where the ribs were vertical, to make it easier to attach. I didn't think it would attach quite that easily, but that's great. What am I, any outer edge pieces that I want to use? So yeah, Christmas. Christmas is coming. I know Christmas is a difficult time for many people. It is for me too, to be honest. I miss my friends and I miss my family. I do have family here in America for sure. But you want what you want, right? I want to see London decorated. I mean, I suppose I could ask to go to New York, or I could ask to just drive around and look at lights. That's a nice idea. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. See if I can't convince people to do that. What is it that I want from my Christmas? it's a time, for me, it's a time of victory. With my mental health condition, certain unpleasant happenings are fairly common, and the fact that let's put 8 of these aside, the fact that I'm still around for the year, end of the year, is a cause for celebration. I don't mean to be overly dramatic. Well, I'm not going to say it because YouTube will demonetize me, but there are certain realities to having a mental health condition like mine that you have to be aware of. "2024 for me so far has been the year of discovering that people that I thought were friends were not. That they had no concern for me whatsoever. Now, if I spoke to them now, they might disagree, but the reality is they have shown me what they really think by their actions. Another group of friends that I had that I love, I can no longer get to because I don't have transportation. Which is horrible because I love those people. And there's a reality to my life that if I don't quite often in my week I don't go outside. Now that's not true. I go outside our house for sure, but I don't go beyond the boundaries of our house. Now that's okay, but most people I know would say that that was unhealthy. I want to use all the ones that are cut a certain way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want all the ones that are cut horizontally with the grooves for the struts. So yeah, from that point of view, it's been a tough year. I get human interaction, I do. I speak to my friends online a lot. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons because I enjoy that. But like I say, it is common for me not to move beyond the boundaries of our house. And part of me knows that's not actually healthy. I don't like it, but there's a reality to it. All right, let me move and I can show you the beginnings of our skeleton, the beginnings of our model and the skeleton that we have gotten to so far. I'm going to put the model hopefully if I get out the way you can see it. Yeah, so you see the what we have there is there's a line on my screen, I don't know what it is. Inner circle, outer circle. Don't need more struts. Looks like I do, but actually I don't, because other pieces will go on top that will anchor all of this, and gluing those pieces to this will be much easier without all of the struts. So that's something I've learnt. Now one of these I think has to be cut off because I'm joining the two models at different elevations. Anyway, going to call this short here. Next time we'll get everything ready to make the next one, and once we've done that we can start cutting out what is the skin, putting that on. That's exciting. Have a good day, folks.